everyone, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith, and today we are unboxing a game called Fire Tower. This comes from Runaway Parade Games, and it is a 2 to 4 player game, 15 to 30 minutes. You're probably already wondering, wait a minute, this isn't solo, but it is now, thanks to Runaway Parade Games launching an expansion with the recent Kickstarter called Rising Flames. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the box, 1 to 5 players. In this video, we're going to take a look at both of these boxes. We'll first check out the base game and then check out the expansion. Fight fire with fire in this fast-paced, fiercely competitive game. Smoke rises on the horizon. Protect your fire tower from a rapidly spreading forest fire. Dispatch smoke jumpers and fire engines to combat the blaze, and construct fire breaks to fortify your tower. But there is a twist. In the fire tower, you also take on the role of nature. Harness the power of the wind and the flames to push the blaze towards your opponents and take down their towers. Fire tower is a pattern building and hand management game that takes 5 minutes to learn and 15 to 30 minutes to play. Each card has a unique pattern with its own tactical advantage. You must skillfully deploy the resources in your hand to claim victory. This special Kickstarter edition features deluxe components and all upgrades from the campaign. When you first open up the game, you're going to find the rulebook. Let's go ahead and take a look inside, give you an idea as to how it's laid out. On the left-hand side, you'll see all the components laid out. It's also showing the game board there in the bottom right-hand corner of the left page. You have important term in the top right, setup instructions, objective, and play. As it mentions in the back of the box, this is a very quick game to learn. The manual then moves into burning a tower, the game end, some of the specific cards, bucket, and reckless abandon section also noted. Event cards, Tower Ablaze, Champion of the Wood, Team Variant, and a sample of play. At the very back, we also have a frequently asked questions section, as well as a Wall of Flame. Below, they're honoring the Wall of Flame inductees for their generous contributions. Here is a look at the single-sided game board. You'll see north, south, east, and west, as well as a whole bunch of trees, of course, surrounding the fire towers with a fire starting in the middle there. The 4 towers are all each a different color. In the center of the board, you'll see a card called Weather Vane, and this is a double-sided. You can choose your preferred side and align it with the directions shown on the board itself. I've just placed it on the board for now. You'll also see 3 Tower Ablaze cards, and of course, when the towers burn, these are the cards you'll be using. Here's a look at the opposite side of that Weather Vane card as well. This copy includes 135 fire gems. They're all in orange. They're in a heaping pile here, but as you can see, based on the game board being broken into quadrants and little spaces all over the place, you're going to have fire spreading everywhere, so you need a lot of fire gems for that. You've got a cloth bag here. It states Fire Tower on it, as well as flame and arrow wind markers. So the fire wind marker is on the Fire Tower bag, and then the arrow wind marker is actually off of the game board to the left there. Then at the very top of the fire tower bag, I placed a pile of circle purple tokens. These are 24 firebreak tokens. Now let's take an up-close view at all the cards that come inside the box. There's also an 8-sided die in the game for each of the 4 different directions duplicated on the die. Now let's move our focus to the expansion, which brings solo play. Rapid crown fires, heavy winds, and tumultuous weather threaten the forest. Defend your tower with a powerful new deck and a flock of legendary firehawks. Beware the growing influence of the shadows, as burned towers can claim victory with new abilities. Rising Flames expands Fire Tower to 1 to 5 players and adds new strategies, exciting variants, and unique events that make each trip to the forest a thrilling adventure. This edition features deluxe components included printed Firehawk meeples, custom lighting tokens, an engraved die, a printed cloth bag, and a flame centerpiece. The first thing you're going to find inside the expansion box, just like the core, is a rulebook. Opening up the rulebook, you're going to find a component list out on the left, important terms, the core expansion, how to set up, play, and use Firehawks. Firehawks are still detailed on this page on the left, as well as new action cards on the right. This booklet has a number of pages. On the next one, it talks about the shadow of the wood, how to deal with shadow die rolls, and on the right, extreme weather setup and specialty cards. Event cards have their part to play and are detailed out here as well. At this point, we've made it to the middle of the booklet, seasonal cards on the left, variants on the right, and the 5th player mode down below. On the right-hand side, you're going to see what most of you have been looking for, which is a detailed breakdown of the solo mode, as well as the setup, play, phase 1, and so on. You'll see this moves into phase 2, as well as round end. Also talks about solo challenge cards, buckets, fire breaks, burning enemy towers, and firestorms and game end. Again, summing up everything around the different game aspects that have to do with solo play. It also details out the levels. You'll see level 1 all the way through to level 7 on the next page. Challenges are broken out here with heavy smoke, implementation plan, as well as some extra solo variants around lightning and the ancient oaks. The rulebook then moves into mini expansions. If you have them, there's the Mega Hawk, buckets, and gems mini expansions. You see boxes to the left for those. And we reach the end of the booklet, which has an FAQ section very similar to the core game rules and another wall of flame. The back of the booklet also mentions the rest of the name as well as some special thanks. You'll notice at the very top there is the major miniature that comes inside of it in terms of the flame that sits in the center of the board. Beyond that flame centerpiece, we also have the shadow die here as well as a number of Firehawks. There's 18 of them in total. Then there's 4 lightning tokens as well as a cloth printed bag for this expansion. You also have the Shadow Power and Ghost Tower card. You're seeing one side of the card right now, the Shadow of the Wood. You'll also see to the right there are 4 oak cards, and right now I'm showing you both sides, and both of these pairings of 2 can be flipped to show the opposite on the other side, basically oak tree on one side and then completely engulfed in flames on the other. On the left-hand side, you can now see the opposite side, the Shadow Power card, which is now a Ghost Tower card, and then there is a deck of cards we're going to take an up-close look at right now. my friends, is going to wrap up this unboxing for Fire Tower, as well as the expansion Rising Flames from Runaway Parade Games. Really hope this helps you make an informed decision on it, and also gives you a rough idea as to how the solo play is implemented. Again, if you want to see the details of that solo play information, you can always pause the screen back when I was leafing through the rulebook expansion, and you'll be able to get an idea as to how the solo play was implemented in Fire Tower. Hopefully this helps you make an informed decision. Let me know in the comments below if this is one you'd like to see done in a solo play in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, keep on rolling solo.